Hi, my name is Karine Simon. I'm from the north of France by Belgium. I've been living in the United States for 20 years, 10 years in New York, 10 years in Los Angeles. What I do for a living, I'm a photographer. I study in Belgium art and photography, moved to New York and be a portrait artist there, and couldn't speak English too well, so I did makeup for a while and moved to Los Angeles where I direct myself as a headshot photographer. I just started photography when I was maybe 16. It's a passion I have inside of me for when I was a little girl. I saw my grandfather in a dark room and I thought it was magical to see pictures coming and revealed in a chemical. And I started having a camera when I was 13, 14 and snap some shots. And you have to remember, it's not digital then, it's all film. And I was just always putting frame around everything. And I just decided to go to art school. That's what I was supposed to do. That's what I started photography. I'm pretty the black sheep of the family. I'm the creating one. All my family are pretty, they're actually musicians. And my grandfather was actually a very good musician, saxo player and clarinet. But he did photography and always been art around him. And that's why I got influenced by him and supported by him for sure. I started makeup when I went to New York. No idea what makeup was about. I did modeling when I was younger, so I was a little bit around makeup for sure, but I didn't know what brush was for. And I have a friend of mine, she said, okay, what are you going to do? Because you cannot speak English. I cannot be a waitress, I'm terrible. I tried, it didn't work for me. So she said, well, come on a set, and see what's going on. She was in a movie. And the day of the shooting, the makeup artist didn't show up. It was actually a student film, of course. So say you French, you look like you can know a little bit of makeup. Can you do it? I said, oh yeah, that sounds fun, And I just start doing makeup that way. And for me, it was kind of natural. I did painting for at art school, so it was just 3D on faces, and I really enjoyed it, And I keep doing it for a few years, make a living with it, so I stick to it. What inspires me in photography is people. I'm really a person. I like people. I'm always intrigued by people. I like to have the challenge of really nail who they are and capture the essence of each one. I will say just people. I really don't care for landscaping or animals, or I love them, but to photograph people, it's what I love the most. Yeah, like in general, it's a people portrait. I like to do portrait. I don't do fashion, or I do just if I have somebody asking me to do it, or events if I'm asked to it, but I'm not promoting myself that way. It's all about who you are, and I really want to capture that in photography. It's all I do. Well, you can find my work on online. My website is karinesimonphotography.com. You can see it's almost like a headshots. It's what I'm doing a living here with Los Angeles, and I'm going to have a blog, Karine Simon, also photography. Art, where you can see everything I'm doing right now. So it's a little different. It's definitely an influence from portraits, and so I start doing 1920s boudoir pictures, and it was all about women. And this inspiration start with maybe 10 or 15 years ago. I always work with women and help women to feel better about themselves. And I work with different foundations. And so when I was working as a makeup artist, I was working for hospital, or women abused, or to make them feel better about themselves, to make them feel pretty, And so I always been a big fan of I just feel like woman needs to be respected, and she has so much to offer. She's so beautiful. Then I started to have this 1920s boudoir, and I choose this period because then women can be sexy, but they don't reveal everything. They just keep the mystery, you know? And so that's what I've been doing. I'm doing this photograph of this woman. They come and I'm capturing the moment. You're putting hair on my... I'm capturing the moment of when she's vulnerable, and it's a point of view of her to her that I'm capturing. It's like a self-portrait that I'm capturing. It's no man point of view. It's not about anybody else. It's all about her. My first portrait I started to do boudoir was with Livia, and she's an Italian director, and she inspired me. I did photos for PR, and I got very inspired by her. She had this woman under her, then she was hiding, like she's a woman, but she was hiding something very sensual, and I could feel it. And I was feeling the challenge to bring this on, you know. And so I said, well, what do you think about doing something a little bit more boudoir and something sexy, you know? Because she's kind of an eccentric, and I wanted to do something different for PR pictures. So we started doing this, and it was a real success. I mean, she was amazing. She took direction so well, and she expressed herself, and she was very sensual in the pictures. When we started, she was very, very shy, you know? So that's how I started. That was my first one. The way I keep my creating balance with my subject is very inspirational. Sometimes I just have no idea what I'm going to do before the shoot. And actually I don't want to plan anything, because for me it never works. I like to pick a place, of course, like a set where it's going to be, you know, the mood that I want. But the wardrobe, I'm coming with a wardrobe. I'm going to pick the wardrobe for her. The way she feels her energy one day will not be the energy tomorrow. So I really want to pick everything that day at that moment. It's very spontaneous. Even the makeup, I do everything. I do the makeup, the wardrobe, the light, the pictures, the pants, everything. You know, it's not like I want to be in control. It's just I want to make sure everything is what my vision is, you know. What I will advise to upcoming photographer or makeup artists is just be who you are and try, you know, do it. Just don't even think. Don't think you have a little square where you have to follow, you have to go to school. It's great to go to school, but just pick up your camera and just do it. You know, just experiment. Just be free. Make mistake. That's great. You're gonna learn from it. You know, and yeah, that's all you have to do. And after you see, don't put pressure. Don't put, you know, anything on yourself. I think it's the best way to go somewhere. Oh, I'm very thrilled by it. I'm very happy you guys picked me and very flattered. It's always good to be, you know, exposed and be a part of a community as an artist. And I'm looking for it, you know, I'm looking up for it. It's just a wonderful idea, and, you know, thank you very much for it. Hi, I'm Karine Simon, and you're watching Hollywood Elevator Magazine for the Artists on the Rise.